Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk about the Bloodmoon event in Dead by Daylight. I didn't get to play it on the first day, so I'm a bit late to the party in making a judgment about it. But after having played it for a couple of days now, I have to say, let me wait for the 15 seconds to go for the sensor. It fucking sucks. It's really not a good event at all. It's just there's not a single redeeming quality about it, at least on the killer side. Now for the survivor side, I will definitely say I really like the idea of having another objective. In fact, I suggested this exact thing with a mock-up video and all this stuff years ago, and a lot of people had the suggestion too to have gas cans that will make generators go faster and things like that, and that's fine, and I love that idea. I think that's really, really cool. But the problem is they did not think of several other aspects of it. So let me simplify the issue with this mode in the simplest way I can. Name one reason you would ever play this mode for a killer. That's it. That's the only question you have to ask. There's no reason to play it. The generators go significantly faster because you can fill up a full blood generator with 3 gas cans, which is pretty damn fast. You don't knock the gas cans out of people's hands when you hit them or anything like that. Nothing is really lost. There is no ability to use slowdown perks at all, so you're just straight up running no slowdown other than niche things like No Way Out that don't involve generators, but all of the best slowdown perks involve generators, and the blood generators don't count as generators, so you just don't get to slow them down with any perk. So unless you're running an A or S tier killer, you're just running no slowdowns and most likely just getting your ass beat every single match because the gens can go faster and you can't run any slowdown, so that's great. And there's also a number of other really frustrating aspects too, I cannot tell you the amount of times I thought hooks in this mode look like they're covered in scratch marks. So I always think that there's someone nearby at a hook or one of the generators. There's just so much terrible visual design on this that looks identical to scratch marks from a distance. So I always think, oh, someone's going for the save. Let me go there. And then I return to the hook and I'm just camping a dude and there's no one here. So then I'm like, okay, cool. It just looked like that. Additionally, the blood cans, when they're being carried around, leave blood on the ground. So I'm being gaslit half of my games thinking that there's a survivor nearby, but they've been gone for 25 seconds. It's also really hard to find people because when survivors are working on a regular generator, killers can generally gauge where a survivor will be because if there's some progress on the generator, it's likely they're in a radius of where that generator is. So you have a small search area to look for, that person. With the blood generators, it's a drive-by. You just go dump blood in and then you fuck off somewhere. So if you see a blood generator at 66% or something, there's no guarantee anyone's nearby. You might spend 30 seconds looking for someone that's halfway across the map because they filled it up, a minute and a half ago. So that leads to immense frustration as well. And yeah, it just really boils down to the single question for killer, why would I ever play this mode? There's not one good reason to do it. It's not even like the bonus blood points are tied just to this mode. They apply to the regular mode too. Killer queues are longer. The gens go faster. You can't run slowdown. You're gaslit by the fake scratch marks, by the fake blood on the ground. It's just why? It's just killer torture. There's not a single... I don't know what the fuck they were thinking making this mode, and they just decided to make half of the killer shit just not work. Fucking pig just doesn't work at all. Pigs traps don't even turn on because they're not considered real generators. There are so many oversights with this, and it was such a missed opportunity because, like I said, I really like the idea of the gas cans. I think that's an awesome idea. My original idea was generators take longer to finish, but you can find gas cans scattered around the map that doubles your gen speed. So generators would normally take 2 minutes to finish, or if you had a gas can, it would take 60 seconds to finish. So you could take a risk and risk running into the killer, traversing the map to find a gas can, but at the same time, you could do a generator much faster if you found it, or you could play safe and have them take longer. Just that kind of vague idea. So what they're doing here is the shell of something really cool, in my opinion. And I think it's a really good idea. And I think a lot of what they're doing is testing right now if this is going to be a successful idea. I have no doubt on some back end here, they're looking at the data to see, is this a cool strat? Is this a cool strat for making our game? Should we have more objectives like this? And that's probably half the reason that they're even doing this. But they just need to, fix the fact that half the shit in the game doesn't work with the mode. And it's a simple fix. Just make them count as regular generators. Solved. Now suddenly everything is fine. Killers can run perks they want to run. It's not like survivors are limited. And it's true survivor, generator perks won't apply to these as well. But Survivor generator perks are 10 times weaker than killer generator perks. What are you going to prove thyself? Ooh, you do the generator 4 seconds faster. That's crazy. Like, it's not, other than like, crazy niche, commodious toolbox, hyper-focus, stakeout, like ridiculous builds that frankly nobody runs. The Survivor perks pale in comparison in terms of, generator speeds, as they should, by the way, because there's 4 survivors. They should be much weaker than killer perks. That's just, it makes sense. But, a survivor being denied gen perks is nothing. If anything, it would be more equivalent to a survivor being denied exhaustion perks. Exhaustion perks are more on the same level of strength for survivor as, regression perks and slowdown are for killer. It's the same tier of importance. So imagine if this mode denied you of all your exhaustion perks in survivor. I'd feel like shit, wouldn't it? Because those are like cornerstones of almost every single build. So that's basically the reverse scenario if you only play survivor, to look at it from that side. We rely on slowdown perks as much as you guys rely on exhaustion perks. That's pretty much the same level of importance to builds. So yeah, that's why it feels terrible as killer. As survivor, I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, I played this mode. I did the first page of the tome. I'm not going to touch it again until the second page unlocks. Quickly go through it. I'm just playing it as little as possible because yeah, they really just drop the ball entirely. And it's such a shame because it's so easy to fix too. Just make him count as normal gens. We're golden. It's fine. So, yeah, definitely missed opportunity. One of the worst events they've ever done. I'm saying this from the killer side, obviously. But, yeah, it's bad. That's all. That's all I got. See ya.